Hello, friends. Welcome to GK Sports India YouTube channel. And this is your regular cricket show, the Kumbi Jiko Show, where cricketer turned umpire K. Srinath and I discuss what's in store. And this is the test series, two-match test series, India versus West Indies, starting in Ahmedabad on October 2nd. Welcome, Sri. Welcome to the Kumbi Jiko Show, India versus West Indies test series. And your initial thoughts. India should have it easy. The scoreline of 2-0 looks like a foregone conclusion, but then you cannot take any team for granted and you cannot be complacent considering the weak and inexperience of the West Indies side. Isn't it?
Thank you, Jiku. Yes, I think it's an expected score line. As you mentioned, India should be cruising to a 2-0 victory. But yes, cricket is a funny game. You never know what it can throw up. A gun Indian side, young side, which has had great success in the recent 5 Test match series in England under tough conditions. A lot of youngsters, playing first time around in England. And India pulled off a fantastic, 2-all drawn series in England. That confidence would certainly be at the back of their mind. Plus, in the recent last week, hardly 3 days ago, India having won the Asia Cup T20 Championship. Of course, that was in the white ball format. Yes, what is most important is Shubman Gill's first assignment as a Test captain in a home series. He did extremely well, where a lot of eyes were on him first time around captaining India on a very tough series. But he came out really well, not only as a batter, as a leader also, he took shape and he certainly captained the team well. Yeah, Jiku, every game in the WTC is a very, very important game. And India not only would like to look to win 2-0 in this series, but ensure they garner maximum number of points. Because mind you, after this, they've got only one more home series where they play 2 Test matches against South Africa. Then they travel abroad to play Australia again. So it's going to be, a call which India has to take very cautiously. Certainly, one thing that would be at the back of the mind is having played on spin-friendly tracks, India losing 3-0 to New Zealand, where somebody like Mitchell Santner played the wrecker in chief. So India will be wary of that. But having said that, I think a very, very young, experienced, and a team at the top of the form against a relatively inexperienced side, and which has struggled in the recent past in Test match cricket.
Barring the Test series being part of the World Test Championship, what relevance does this two-test series have? Because we know for a fact that it's between India, England, and Australia among themselves. They play 5 Test series, whereas the other nations, it's just 2 or 3. How do you look at this, the importance of two-test series, and does it hold any relevance?
I mean, obviously, every Test match holds its relevance and every series holds its relevance. It's just that paucity of time, how the cycle is, worked around. It all, boils down to the logistics. It all boils down to the, in thing of broadcast, which can get in, the more viewership and more revenue for you. So obviously, on current form, you look, the 3 big wigs in world cricket are England, India, and Australia. So obviously, it's the Ashes. India, Australia, India, England are the ones which are played on a 5 Test match series. The rest is most of it, as you said, it's going to be either a 2 Test match series or a 3 Test match series. Irrespective whether it is 2, 3, or 5, the importance of every Test game in this WTC is of immense importance.
And we have had some fantastic West Indies contests in the past, but then West Indies they don't have the team to put up a show. Though they won a Test match recently in Pakistan, they won against Bangladesh at home. They won in Brisbane after a long time last year. We remember Shamar Joseph and his magnificent efforts. But then this West Indies team, what it used to be and what it is now, it's entirely black and white, isn't it? It's completely different. And this team doesn't even look like lasting 4 days, forget 5 days. What are your thoughts on will the Test matches last 5 days?
Very interesting question. Depends on what sort of surfaces India decide to play on. certainly it is going to be, assisting spinners more than the faster bowlers. And just a brief on the West Indies team. You said West Indies in the past. I think they were a team which any cricketer, any cricket lover would have loved to go and watch. I mean, they dominated world cricket in such a fashion, 70s into the mid 80s. I mean, there was no team that dominated world cricket for a decade and a half. It's a sad, story wherein a lot of things have brewed in the West Indian Cricket Board, and many people have, done away with their central contracts and decided to move away into franchisee league. Having said that, barring Roston Chase, their captain, and Shai Hope, the wicketkeeper, two of the most experienced campaigners, 52 and 41 test matches. I think, but for these two, you put together the rest of the West Indian squad. I think they would just manage getting past 100 in terms of numbers of the games they've played. And adding to the woo, you mentioned both the Josephs, Alzari and Shamar. I think they are missing out due to injuries. So the West Indian bowling attack looks relatively new. I think it's going to be Jaden Sales, Anderson Phillip. So how much of a role faster bowlers would have on this series is a question mark, because India plays Ahmedabad, then they go to Delhi. As I mentioned, more spin friendly, more spin oriented tracks. If at all there is some possibility, it's going to be reverse swing. For that, somebody like an Alzari Joseph would have held West Indies in good stead. I think Warwicken, the lone left arm spinner on the side, who's the vice captain, has to do bulk of the bowling. How far he could trouble the Indian batting would be a question mark. Next is coming to their batting. I think it's very, very inexperienced. Again, the onus will be on Roston Chase and Shai Hope. And Roston Chase, we expect him to bowl a bit also, because he's an off spinner who bowls regularly in the white ball format. The batting order looks very, very inexperienced. And I think, Tangreen Chandrapal, he's played a handful of test games, relatively new. We've got Athanaze, a lot of hype, and he's spoken about in very high terms. John Campbell, we've got Brandon King, and Kevlon Anderson and Imlak. They've just had one test match under the belt. Now, will this test match team test India is a big question mark. Uh, Most of the test matches in the recent times have all been result oriented. But is it good for test match cricket if test matches are going to get over in 3.5 days? And why do test matches have to be played over a period of 5 days? That becomes the question.
And there is always this talk of to reduce, to take away 1 day from a test match and make it a 4-day test match across the world. But then we have seen the test matches going to the last session, last hour, like we saw in England, India versus England. So it still has its charm. But to put in perspective the condition of West Indies cricket, they lost to Nepal in T20Is, a format that they have been raving about, a form that players tend to take to, but losing to Nepal, that is the state of affairs with the West Indies cricket. A few months ago, say during the IPL, there was this media interaction with the West Indies coach, Darren Sami. And one of his thought process is to identify the roles of the players across formats, T20 or test matches or one-day internationals, identify the roles and then select the players for those roles. Is that going to work? Is it fair in going this way, which is the Darren Sami way? Or how do you select players? Because neither way, the results are not coming. Do you agree with?
I'm not too sure about what West Indies cricket is doing, Jiku. But my only question is, do they have that many number of players, to be identified and playing different formats? I think nobody is sure about what is transpiring in the West Indian Cricket Board. But pan world, the sort of cricketers they produced and the brand of cricket they played, early 70s into the mid 80s is unforgettable, because we all grew up watching the greats play the game. It's a sad state of affair. I think resurrection or restructuring or transition is not the word you use. I think they need to start from scratch as of now.
Very true. And who do you think will be the playing 11 for India? Obviously, they will pack their side with spinners. We can see either Kuldeep Yadav or Akshar Patel add to the spin that India played in England. What is your likely 11?
I think two players certainly to miss out would be Jagadisan, the second wicket keeper, and if the pitch is going to be more sprint friendly, I think unfortunate Prasidh Krishna will be missing out. And my gut says, it could be Aksar who would not be in the starting 11.
Okay.
So to me, the playing 11 would be the only toss-up I see is between Nitish Reddy and Devdutt Padikkal. It's going to be a no-brainer. It's going to be, Jaiswal and KL Rahul at the top. We'll have Sai Sudarshan at number 3 because Ajit Agarkar has spoken very high about him and says he's the man for the future and is going to be given a run. And you will see the skipper at number 4. So number 5 is a position you could have Jadeja batting there. And number 6 could be Jurel. So I leave number 7 open. Then I have Washington Sundar, Kuldeep Yadav, Mohammad Siraj, and Bumrah. The two fast bowlers in Siraj and Bumrah. Both of them are not only good with the new ball, if at all there's a hint of reverse, they are terrific exponents of reverse swing. And the orthodox left-arm spin of Jadeja, the vice captain in the series. And then, of course, Kuldeep's tail is up with the performance in the recent Asia Cup, and certainly he would be raring to go, and he certainly would be in the thick of things. And of course, Washi would double up with his off spinners and his ability with the bat also. So the question would be, will India, look at playing another batter in terms of Padikkal, who's a left-hander who adds a different dimension, or they would go in with the slightly experienced Nitish Reddy, who can also bowl a bit if needed. So to me, this is the playing 11 I look at. The toss-up would be between Padikkal and Reddy. Uh, Given a choice, I think I'll go in with Padikkal because for batters to establish themselves, it is always better. They get a good run in the home series, sprint-friendly conditions where they are used to because they've gone through the grind of domestic for a very, very long time and familiar conditions. This is what is the playing 11 I am looking at.
Certainly, I can't disagree with you on this playing 11. I would also more or less go with the same 11. And somewhere it hurts. I mean, it not only for you and I, but also for most of the Indians who have enjoyed the colorful cricket, the brand of cricket that West Indies played. It hurts when they are not winning, and sometimes we feel that they win and be back to where they belong. But then that's not going to be easy. It's going to be a long, long way for them. And most of the legends of West Indies cricket have given up hope. And somebody like say some of the legends, they don't even want to talk about it, and they are not happy with whatever the system is. But then that's their problem. But it feels good if somewhere they win, but not losing to even team like Nepal in the form of cricket. That certainly is not nice if you like West Indies cricket. But then it's India versus West Indies. Definitely, 2-0 is what I certainly believe. Unless, of course, if I am allowed to repeat, only a miracle can help West Indies draw this test series or draw a test, let alone win it. On that note, thank you for your wonderful views, Sri. I think we have covered everything that is to be covered for the preview of the test match. See you at the other end of the test, and have a nice day, nice week, and a good test match. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.